Good day, everybody. For today, we are going to talk about the last chapter of our book, Marketing Research Report. This encompasses four lessons. Lesson 13 is the research report. Lesson 14 is applications of marketing research. Lesson 15, global marketing research. And the last lesson, lesson 16, is trends in marketing research. Before we proceed, let's put ourselves in the holy presence of God. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Ama namin, pakinggan mo po ang pagtawag namin sa iyong banal na pangalan. Basbasan mo po ang aming pagtitipon at kami kaluguran mo sa araw na ito. Pagyamanin mo po, Panginoon, at maging nakaayon sa iyong kalooban ang aming pagkikita-kita mula sa simula hanggang katapusan. Masalamin nawa namin ang layunin mong dakila sa aming buhay at maisagawa namin ngayon ang aming mga gawain na may kabutihan at pag-ibig sa aming kapwa. Kami po'y naninikluhod sa iyong harapan na kami iyong patnubayan at iwaksi sa aming kaisipan ang anumang masasamang kaisip, inggit at pakikipag-alit sa aming mga kasama. Bigyan mo kami ng sapat na lakas at katalinuhan upang may bahagi naman namin ang aming makakaya sa aming mga kasama sa pagtitipon na ito. Ilag po sa aming diwa at puso ang pagmamahal na hindi naghihintay ng anumang kapalit. Bagkus ay bukas palad na magkakaloob ng anumang tulong. Panalangin namin ang lahat ng ito. Amen.
Okay, for today, we're going to talk about the last chapter, chapter 4, Marketing Research Report of our course, Marketing Research and Consumer Behavior. By the end of this chapter, we should be able to, number one, know about the evaluation criteria during the development of the research report, and number two, proficiently write a marketing research report. Okay, a research report is a formal document that systematically presents the findings and conclusions of a research project. It serves as a medium for disseminating research results to a variety of audiences, including academics, policymakers, and practitioners. So the report typically includes several key components that together provide a comprehensive overview of the research process and its outcomes. Okay, as per the book, the definition in our book, research reports are records of data that statisticians or researchers write after assessing information gleaned through doing systematic research. Reports typically include a wide range of subjects, but they are primarily concerned with disseminating knowledge on a particular subject to a relatively specific target audience. The main goal of research reports is to offer crucial information about a study that marketers can take into account when developing new tactics. A research report is a formal document presenting findings and conclusions of a research uh, project. So the audiences, let me just be very clear, they may be academics, policymakers, and also, of course, marketing professionals or business professionals. The summary of the summary or the executive summary is a component of a research report. It serves as a condensed version of the entire document. It also provides the readers with a quick yet comprehensive understanding of the research's purpose, methodology, findings, and implications. There are some research requirements, although they call this the abstract. The key elements of an executive summary or a summary: purpose of the research, overview of the methodology, the key findings, and of course, the implications. The executive summary is designed to capture the essence of the whole research in some paragraphs. This allows the stakeholders to grasp critical information quickly. The executive summary should be engaging enough to encourage further reading of the full report while providing sufficient detail to stand alone as a useful document. Let's take a look at the key elements. The first one, the summary begins by clearly stating the objectives of the study. It outlines what the research aimed to achieve and why it is significant. And then it's followed by a brief description of the research methods. That would include data collection techniques and analysis approaches. This helps the readers understand how the findings were derived. After that, in the executive summary must have the key findings. The section highlights the most important results of the research. It should present the main insights in a clear and engaging manner, making them memorable for our readers. And lastly, the summary concludes with a discussion of the implications of the findings for practice or for further research, along with any recommendations that arise from the study. The introduction and background section of our research report is important for setting the stage for the study. So it must include the following. Number one, the main objective. It clearly states the primary goal of the research. This involves articulating what the researcher aims to achieve through the study, providing a focused direction of the report. Next, the contextual background. It offers relevant background information that situates the research problem within a broader context. This includes historical developments, existing literature, and any pertinent information that helps readers understand the significance of the study. The next part of the introduction or the background is the identification of the research gaps. This highlights the existing research that is current and that it's very important for us to address a particular issue. This establishes the relevance of the research and justifies why it is necessary. Of course, the research question or hypothesis should be there in our introduction. These specific research questions or hypotheses guide our investigation. This should align with the main objectives and provide a clear framework for what the research will explore. Uh, in the introduction, we also introduce a central theme that encapsulates the focus of the research. This theme will be used throughout the report to provide coherence and structure to the findings and discussions. Lastly, we have to be clear on the significance of the study. Explain why this research is important. Discuss the potential contributions to knowledge, to practice, or policy within the relevant field. The methodology or methods of our research, hold on, let me just stay in the call. Okay. Okay, methodology. So this is actually details how the research was conducted. This allows the readers to assess the validity and reliability of the findings. The methodology includes these essential parts. Number one, the research design. This outlines the overall framework of the study, including whether it is qualitative, quantitative, or mixed methods. It describes how the research questions will be addressed and the rationale behind choosing a specific design. Number two, data collection methods. This section specifies the techniques and methods used to collect data. It outlines all the instruments used. For example, if you used your questionnaires and then justify why these methods were chosen based on the research objectives. The next part of the methodology is the sampling procedures. These are information about how participants or data sources were selected. This includes details on sample size, selection criteria if you've used random sampling, stratified sampling, etc., and any demographic information relevant to the study. Then we have to include data analysis techniques. This component explains how the collected data will be processed and interpreted. It may include statistical analysis methods for quantitative data. For example, when regression analysis is to be applied or is applied to your data, or if it is qualitative, thematic analysis or biometric analysis. It is an essential part lately for the ethical considerations to be included in methodology. It discusses the ethical issues that are essential in research methodology. This includes obtaining informed consent from the participants, ensuring confidentiality, and addressing any potential biases or conflicts of interests. We also include limitations in our methodology. We acknowledge any limitations of the study, and this helps provide context for the findings and indicates areas where caution should be exercised in interpreting the results. Lastly, on justification of methods, like a clinching statement that this section explains why specific methods were chosen and how they align with the research objectives, demonstrating that the chosen approach is appropriate for answering the research questions. Okay. The results section of a research report is or presents the findings that are derived from the study without interpretation. Firstly, a brief context that reiterates the research questions or objectives, helping us to frame the findings that follow. The data presentation must be clear and organized, uh, often using tables and figures. These are visual aids such as graphs, charts, and tables to summarize large amounts of data concisely and effectively, and descriptive statistics. Summary statistics, for example, means, standard deviations. These provide an overview of the data. The next for the result is are the main findings. This describes the primary results, including positive and negative outcomes, any relevant trends or patterns observed in the data, and specific numerical results that correspond to each research question. Then we follow with the secondary findings. We report additional outcomes or subgroup analysis that may provide further insights related to the main research questions. We present also any statistical tests conducted, for example, t-tests, ANOVA, ANCOVA, along with the results, including significant levels or p-values. So please remember our topic in chapter 3 when we talked about the p-values and how to compare that with the 0.05 threshold. And then we briefly explain what the findings mean in relation to the research questions, but without delving into interpretation. This will be served for the discussion section. Lastly, the limitations of data. We acknowledge any limitations encountered during data collection or analysis that may affect the interpretation of results. On the discussion of our marketing research, this section of the research report is where the researcher interprets and analyzes the findings in depth, connecting them to the existing literature and real world applications. What are we looking for in the discussion section? Firstly, we begin by briefly restating the main results of the study to remind readers of what was discovered. This recap should be concise and focused on the most significant outcomes that is relevant to the research question. And then we analyze what the findings mean in the context of the research questions. We discuss how they support or contradict existing theories and literature, providing a deeper understanding of their implications. We highlight similarities, differences, and any contradictions with prior research. This can help validate the results or indicate new insights. After this, we address any irregularities or unexpected findings that emerged during the research. We provide possible explanations for these results and discuss their significance in relation to the overall study. We acknowledge any limitations or weaknesses in our research methodology that could affect the interpretation of the results. So, this transparency builds credibility. Findings can be applied in real world settings, including recommendations for practitioners or policymakers based on our results. And then we suggest for future research. We identify areas where further investigation is needed, suggesting how future studies could build on our work or address gaps highlighted by our research. And then we conclude the discussion. We reiterate the significance of the findings, summarizing their contributions to the field, and emphasizing their relevance for future studies or practical implications. Okay. The conclusion section of our research report is the summary of the study's findings and their implications. So we begin by revisiting the main objectives of our research and our research questions that guided the study. This helps to remind readers of the context and purpose of the research. After that, we provide a concise overview of the most significant results obtained from our research. We highlight the main points that emerged from the analysis. We discuss the broader implications of the findings for theory, practice, or policy. We explain how these results contribute to the existing knowledge in the field and what they mean for stakeholders or practitioners. Of course, we always acknowledge any limitations encountered during the research process. On the references, in APA or the American Psychological Association 7th edition format, the references section is a component of our research report. It provides a comprehensive list of all sources cited throughout the document. This is to ensure that proper attribution and allowing readers to locate the original materials. Research, marketing research. Key components of the research section. Okay, we have to have the all sources that were referenced in the text must be included in the section. So this includes books, journal articles, websites, reports, and any other relevant materials used during the research process. The formatting guidelines, just please go to APA, Google APA .net, and then download the 7th edition um, uh, manual. So the important formatting guidelines are hanging indentation. So each reference entry should use a hanging indent format where the first line is flush left and subsequent lines are separated by 1/2 of an inch. Entries should be listed in alphabetical order by the last name of the first author or by the title if there is no author. Italics and capitalization. Titles of books and journals should be italicized. Article titles should be in sentence case. Journal titles should be in title case. So examples are or may be seen online. On DOI and URLs, for electronic sources, include a digital object identifier or DOI if it is available. If no DOI is available but a URL is present, include that instead. Proper attribution is essential to avoid plagiarism and to acknowledge the contributions of other researchers and authors to our work. Ensure that all references are consistently formatted according to the APA guidelines throughout the section. Oral report and presentation. In order to gather all the data you need to guide the business in the right direction, market research initiatives can be a lengthy and arduous effort that demands significant attention. With the use of market research, businesses may get a more thorough understanding of the environment in which their products are sold and modify their marketing plans accordingly. Things to consider prior to research report presentation and oral report. Number one, understand the whole report and summarize important facts whenever possible. Number two, know your audience for the presentation. Number three, be able to manage your time in preparation for the presentation. Number four, make notes prior to the presentation. Number five, take time to practice prior to the presentation. Number six, create and structure the market research report presentation. Number seven, creatively present the report. And number eight, prepare the feedback and question and answer sessions. So that's lesson number 13. We'll go to lesson number 14, applications of marketing research. Marketing research plays a pivotal role in shaping effective business strategies and enhancing decision-making processes across various sectors. Its applications are diverse, addressing critical areas such as product development, market segmentation, advertising effectiveness, and consumer behavior analysis. We systematically gather and analyze data. Uh, we are able to understand market dynamics, identify customer needs, and evaluate competitive landscapes. This information is for making informed decisions regarding product launches, pricing strategies, promotional campaigns, and distribution channels. For instance, businesses utilize marketing research to assess the potential demand for new products and to refine their offerings based on consumer feedback. It also aids in determining the most effective marketing channels and messages to reach target audiences. As companies navigate an increasingly complex marketplace, the information derived from marketing research not only foster innovation, but also enhance customer satisfaction and loyalty. The strategic application of marketing research empowers organizations to adapt to the changing market conditions and consumer preferences. This one is included in our textbook. So, what is data mining? Data mining, in the context of marketing research, refers to the process of extracting valuable insights and patterns from large data sets to inform strategic decision making. So we use advanced algorithms and machine learning techniques. Um, we are able to analyze consumer behavior, preferences, and trends more effectively than traditional methods allow. One of the primary applications of data mining is market segmentation, where businesses categorize consumers based on shared characteristics. This enables the targeted marketing campaigns that resonate with specific groups. Data mining supports predictive analytics. This allows companies to forecast future consumer behaviors and trends based on historical data. For instance, retailers like Amazon utilize data mining to recommend products based on past purchases. This enhances the shopping experience and it drives sales, of course. Moreover, data mining aids in identifying customer churn. This helps businesses anticipate which customers are likely to leave and develop strategies to retain them. We analyze purchasing patterns through techniques such as market basket analysis. We can uncover relationships between products that consumers often buy together. We optimize cross selling opportunities. This study of how various forms of media affect or impact consumer behavior and perceptions. It encompasses the analysis of different media channels, such as television, radio, print, and digital platforms. This is to understand the effectiveness in reaching target audiences and conveying marketing messages. Media research serves as a foundation for developing effective marketing strategies. Media research is important because they understand what content resonates, what their target audiences wants. This understanding allows marketers to create targeted campaigns that are tailored to specific demographics, interests, and media consumption habits. As a result, campaigns can be designated to enhance engagement, ensure that the right message reaches the right people at the right time. In an increasingly competitive marketplace, insights from media research enables businesses to differentiate themselves, optimize their marketing efforts, and ultimately achieve success. This begins with an analysis of existing products in the market to identify comparable offerings and assess competition. This initial research helps determine whether there is a demand for the proposed product and what gaps that it could fill. We understand current market trends, consumer preferences, and competitor strengths and weaknesses, enhance features, and develop effective marketing strategies tailored to target audiences. Through product research, not only informs the development process, but also increases the likelihood of a product that meets consumer needs. Product research techniques. These are um, product research techniques that businesses seek primary information from intended consumers of the products or services that are offered. Number one, focus group discussion. Number two, product survey. Number three, product demonstration. Number four, product testing. Number five, price testing. And number six, concept testing. Sales analysis is a systematic approach to evaluate a company's sales performance over time. So we examine historical sales data, we identify trends, patterns, and fluctuations that inform understanding of the market dynamics. This analysis helps in forecasting future sales, allowing companies to anticipate changes in demand and adjust their strategies accordingly. Sales analysis uncovers opportunities for growth by highlighting areas where sales may be lagging or where new markets could be explored. This provides information into customer preferences, product performance, and competitive positioning. With this information, businesses can develop strategic action plans that align with the goals. So, we are able to optimize resource allocation and enhance overall sales effectiveness. Types of sales analysis. Number one, diagnostic analytics. Diagnostic analytics focuses on understanding the reasons behind past performance by analyzing historical data. It helps identify trends, anomalies, and underlying causes of sales results. For example, if sales dropped in a specific quarter, diagnostic analytics would investigate factors such as changes in customer behavior, market conditions, or sales strategies to determine why this occurred. This type of analysis enables businesses to make informed adjustments to the sales processes. Number two, prescriptive analytics. This goes a step further by not only identifying trends and issues, but also recommending actions to optimize future outcomes. It uses data driven insights to suggest the best course of action for improving sales performance based on various scenarios. For example, if a prescriptive analysis indicates that certain marketing tactics lead to higher conversion rates, businesses can prioritize those strategies in their campaigns. This approach empowers sales teams with actionable insights to enhance effectiveness and efficiency. Number three, market research. This involves gathering and analyzing information about consumers, competitors, and market trends to inform business decisions. In the context of sales analysis, it helps identify potential customer segments so that we can understand consumer preferences and evaluate competition. Number four, sa tayo? Product sales analytics. When we talk about product sales analytics, it focuses specifically on evaluating the performance of individual products within a company's portfolio. This analysis examines metrics such as sales volume, revenue contribution, and profitability for each product. We understand which products are performing well and which are underperforming. Businesses can make informed decisions regarding product development, marketing strategies, and inventory management. This targeted approach helps global marketing research. Nagre-record pa kaya ako? Okay.